Hey y'all, it's Kitchen Counter Oracle. I want to say pre-full moon check-in, but here we are on the full moon for fire signs. I don't know what it is, but it has been a mother trucker carving out time, availability, because I've got to get yard work done and so on down the line. Like, you just got to get the baseline, like get your base done for the season, because if you don't do it now and you wait until like the end of May going into June to do it all, it's hotter than the devil's ass crack, and you're going to regret every second of it. And it's just one of those things that is just really annoying, because like I genuinely do not know where to start for fire. So like just the energy as a whole, somebody's confused with their sexual orientation. Somebody is wanting another party to be same sex because, well, they fancy you like that. And they're pissed off because no matter what they do or no matter what they try, it just ain't gonna happen. Then there's the fire signs that they are loyal to their friends, but their friends are taking them for a damn ride. So it kind of makes me wonder if they have Cancer placements somewhere, because Cancers like to be, they like to help their friends and their family and stuff like that. But it comes at the expense of themselves. And all that jazz. But Aries, it's rare. I have a low vibrational Aries on radar. Painfully rare. If this is the lesbian I'm thinking it is, ma'am, there's nothing wrong with what you want, but when you are going against the free will of another person, Houston, we have a problem. If you are a transgender, there's nothing wrong with that until you start violating people's free will. You can't make somebody be interested in you sexually when they're not attracted to you like that in the first place. Like, whoever you are morbidly out of line. Again, there's nothing wrong with you, but you are violating somebody's space, their boundaries and all that jazz, and it's just not cool. Consent applies even to you. You cannot make people consent. You can't make people give you a try, and so on down that line. Because the only one in this equation who's being disrespectful is you. And also keep in mind, you're about to get a harassment charge. They apply to you too, regardless of your orientation. Go sit down and chill somewhere. And again, that could be male or... before I forget, this could also be a cross watcher that this will resonate with. You never know. And I'm going to talk to you as if you were sitting right here in the car, in the front seat. And if you don't like the way I deliver this, then sod off. Now the Aries is out the way. Sagittarius. Again, you are a cross watcher. Is Helpy Helperton when it comes to their friends. You will give the shirt right off your back. You'll help your friends, you'll protect your friends, but somebody lied to you about a situation, and you may have went at somebody guns blazing, and you didn't know the full extent of the story. Male or female. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, stellium, north node, south node, Chiron, your midhaven, and so on down that line. Like, it's like the placement can be anywhere in your chart, and hell, you could be a cusper. Yes, I'm aware that not everybody believes in cuspers, but there are those who do. Now get over it. And one of the dangerous things also about a Sagittarian energy and or placement is when Sagittarius is distorted, they have a really hard time seeing anybody else's point of view. Like it's their, like the only point of view they can see is their own most of the time. And on top of that, a Sagittarius is extremely non-committal at times. Like when it comes to relationships, this is the definition of non-committal. I could have a real time Casanova on radar, I don't know, but somebody here is guilty of awakening the feelings of love in a woman and running away and or discarding her like a piece of trash. And you know what? That comes back to haunt you later on in life. Because 9 times out of 10, you're running away from the person that God intended for you. And it's just, I don't know what to tell you. Other than people's hearts are not toys to play with, and a Sagittarius can easily come off as narcissistic at times because they're like, out of all the fire signs, a Sag and a Leo, it's debatable who is the most selfish. Again, Sagittarians often can only see their point of view in things and maneuver accordingly. And this can also be the cross watcher as well, so let's remember that. Because one thing I know about a Sag is when they fall in love, they love hard. Like, we're talking stars in the eyes, the whole 9 yards, and by God, if you do them wrong, it's they can easily be your, like, they're the Scorpio of the fire signs. They can be your best friend, but by God, if you make one mad, all hell's gonna break loose. Just make sure you're actually in the right. And you may very well owe a person and or a string of people an apology. Especially if you attacked a person without knowing all the facts. You really owe that person an apology, and you may owe them restitution. I'm not playing with you. I wish I was. Moving on. Leo. Hearing bi-curious, or somebody may very well be bi, who knows. You do you, but let's also keep in mind consent. Let's keep that in mind. I don't know what it is, and again, this could be a cross watcher as well. I'm hearing Scorpio. You owe a Scorpio a very hefty debt. You did something, and you owe a huge debt. Could be karmically, could be financially, you never know. Or better yet, you know your story, your situation, blah, 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 blah. And again, you could have a Leo sun, moon, rising. You could also have a Scorpio placement. I don't care anymore. Like, I just don't care, because I'm so sick and tired. Like, this is a Scorpio that does not know how to let things change. And one thing I know about a narcissist is they don't like to see the people they hurt be happy. They hate it. They absolutely hate it. And I'm hearing somebody is jealous of how somebody looks. Like, their face card is good out here. Because if it's not about looks, it's about money, and so on down that line. And it's just, I know Leo energy likes to be the center of attention, but have you ever made a Leo feel self-conscious? I have, and it wasn't intentional. All I did was step in the room, and ooh, the fangs came out. Not everybody is here to compete, and not everybody is going to compete with you. And sometimes that competition is one-sided. There is a Leo placement here that is guilty of being in a one-sided competition over a guy that nobody was fighting over. I mean, that's just the energy at play. Don't shoot the messenger. Not everybody's here to hurt you. Not everybody's here to compete and steal, take from you, blah, blah, blah. And also, it doesn't give you the right to interfere with somebody's life path, what they've got going on, and so on down that line. And somebody may very well be guilty of plagiarism. That is a problem as well. And right as I said that, I was passing a state trooper. So this may, I don't know, somebody in my energy has been trying to get somebody incarcerated. And it's somebody with a Leo placement. There could be accusations of like prostitution and stuff like that. Only for them to be proven false. The person you're mean, you are evil eyeing like a mofo, trying to keep them from progressing in life. You're watching them, trying to find dirt on them and so on down that line so you can file a police report. The problem is this person is doing nothing wrong, and the police department you keep filing with, they sick of your shit. And for one Leo in particular, is single-handedly the reason a government agency is having to keep tabs on that person to make sure you don't do anything to them. Because they know you are batshit crazy, whoever you are. You know who you are, and I know you watch, so don't go there. Do not go there. And again, the longer I have to lecture, the more guilty this energy is. Okay, question. Who sent the suicide spells in 2020? Like, you've got these little homemade black coffin candles and lighting them. What the fuck? I don't want to hear, it's for my shop. No, ma'am, it was not. Don't lie. Do not lie. Because whoever you are, you know how to make your own spell work, your own stuff for spell work. It's infused with oils, herbs, the whole 9 yards, complete with your intentions as you make them. You are not making those to sell. You are making that for personal use. There's a reason you are stuck where you're at, because the endings you try to cause for a person, you will receive yourself. Hearing your name too, and that's the fucked up part, because I know who you are. Miss Upstate New York. They know you watch too. And the funny thing is I actually found, speaking of who this is, they're on my block list. Believe it or not. I actually found who they are on Instagram and stuff like that, and I blocked them all accordingly. So the funny thing is I'm going to use her as an example to teach. She is a troll from a small town up north. So it's really laughable when she made fun of me for being in a small town from the south. She wants to call me stupid, but she uses the same username. The same one. Like, she was using her gifts to spy on me. I happened to bring a little bit into the physical and did my own research. I just happened to come across her Instagram by complete accident. She wanted to call me fake and so on down that line, but you know what? I blocked all her shit. All her shit. I googled that the username just to see what would come up. I found her TikTok, her Pinterest, and just about every single online account she ever made. Right down to the website for Instagram followers where you could buy followers. And I just laughed hysterically. I laughed hysterically. And it's just like, and you call me the stupid one. Man. Because I'm a firm believer in leaving folks where they got me fucked up at. But when you are taking it upon yourself to find me, you best pray to God that I don't ever have to dip into my detective hat to look into you. Because there's a lot I know how to do that is completely legal. Oh yeah, if it's public record, it's legal. Oh yes. I might have the capability to find a person's address and whatnot. But use it? No. Which brings me to this. After I block you, remove all my information from directories and shit, and you find me after the fact, baby, you got some explaining to do. I'm talking some explaining. Because if I change my email, my passwords and everything, and you still find it and get into it, baby, you got some explaining to do. If you know about my bank account and what's in it, you got some explaining to do. And I'm talking some explaining. Because there's some people with Leo placements that spend a lot of time giving a lot of folks the grounds to file a police report, and then turning around and trying to do magic on them to keep them from filing a police report. And on top of that, if the feds are having to watch another person, they are watching you watch that person. And trust me, they gonna build a case on your ass if you are not careful. I shouldn't have to say this, but hacking is a federal offense. Yes, you can go to jail for all that. Because I know quite a few folks with Leo placements who think they're doing a world of good trying to paint a person as a criminal when it's them who's the criminal. And 9 times out of 10, if it ain't about looks, it's about finances. I'm dead ass serious. Somebody here is motivated by looks and money. And you know what? That's going to be a big fat problem. Because whoever this is doing a lot of magic trying to get a person wrongfully incarcerated. And it's motivated by physical appearance and money. Because I'm going to tell you this right here and now. The only one going to jail is you. I'm dead ass serious. Somebody's guilty and somebody's not. And if this is who I think it is, the feds know. So cut it out. And with that, everyone have a good day.